I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to the I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room, everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist. No stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Soft Rain. And this is Tuesday night. This is your No Middleman panel with Souls and Uncle Plug. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing pretty good? And of course, we are 3/5 of the Raw Society Coalition. So make sure y'all go over to whether you're joining us on Raw Society Coalition or Souls of Thought. If you're on Souls of Thought, make sure you go over to the Raw Society Coalition page and subscribe. Also, we have, first of all, we got an epic show tonight, as always. Good conversation. But we will be, with that being said, we will be in Darien, Illinois on February 13th, live and in person. This is your chance to come meet us, come talk with us. We are having a Valentine's panel. And also we have a performance by our very own classic, B-Class. He's gonna come bring you some of his greatest hits and music. And of course, we're gonna have an epic discussion. It's gonna be a good show. So don't miss out. Tickets are limited. Tickets are on sale right now for a limited amount of time. So make sure you in the building. Make sure you go over to our Eventbrite. All the links where you can find us are posted in the chat. Go get the merch. And if you go to the merch page, if you click on the top, it'll take you straight to the tickets. But the link to the tickets is in the chat. The links to Raw Society is in the chat on YouTube. The links to our Discord is on YouTube. Now, we trying to get our Discord up and rolling so y'all can stay connected to us. And yeah, we here. Today is Tuesday. I can get my days mixed up because yesterday we were off. So
we appreciate your First Lady Rain there. Like she said before, just a reminder, it is thought-provoking Tuesday. The conversations today are going to be very thought-provoking. Of course, we're going to have some normal no middleman conversations at the beginning, but really look forward to hearing Plugs and April's take on the last two topics today. They should be very thought-provoking and engaging for the guests. See everybody running up in this thing. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe on all platforms.
Definitely.
Plug TV, your favorite uncle down there. You got your favorite white girl, Soft Rain, which is our First Lady. Again, like she said before, we're going to be live February 13th there in Illinois. Be there or be square, man. We got a lot of stuff on deck. We got finished with the rundown last night. So we had the burning the midnight oil last night. We was up super late getting things together. So we appreciate everybody who's tuning in. KX Holler said, what are we doing here, guys? You finna see in just a second, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Is your people all right, Plug? Not to give business out there. Everybody good out there at the dealership? I know that's your fam.
Yeah, all is well. All is well. Just some property damage and property loss. You know that shit is hell.
Did he get any cars?
What?
Oh, okay.
It's a whole fucking lot. You heard all them cities. He said Lake Alfred, Arbordale, Haines City, Winter Haven. Man,
they all like went up the same day.
They had to bring all those fire departments from 5 different cities to put that shit out.
The manager
was it intentional? Was it arson or what? Or did something happen? Was it arson or did something happen to cause the fire? You know, I'm asking. You know, you never know, somebody might have got mad and I'm like,
I'm trying to explain the shit to you. You just talking. I'm trying to
my bad.
I'm trying to tell you. You know, it's like oil, you know, like in the service department when they drain oil, all that shit, boom, all that shit caught flame.
It blew up.
Yeah, all that shit caught flame. Like that area in that back on that side, it's like where they hold, like it's it's like a fucking like L shape. So when that hit, everything just it's like a chain reaction. Like Edge is crazy. I mean, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, when I overheard what he was saying, I was like, that is crazy, dog.
Yeah, I'm talking about, and it started with a service van and a spark. He talking about EV batteries went up, everything. Like that's crazy, bro.
That's probably millions of dollars with the inventory and everything else.
EV battery alone, 10 to 20 grand.
Fuck, what? Shit.
That's what Tesla don't tell people after they get those 500,000 miles. That next battery gonna cost you another car.
Give me a little 8900 Civic. That was my first car. 900.
Don't ever buy a used Tesla.
Manual transmission. I want me a manual transmission.
Nah, we good.
Now, man, we good.
Well,
they got white Rican. Checking my head. Wait.
White Puerto Rican. You're a white Puerto Rican up here, right?
Yeah, she Puerto Rican.
Hey,
yeah, we gonna run with that. She Puerto Rican. Yeah, she Puerto Rican.
I feel a little Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Blanquita.
I'm Creole, Puerto Rican, white, mixed. I'm all of it, okay?
Your phrase, right? What you just said? What you just said?
I said I'm Creole, Puerto Rican, white, all the above.
What was your Puerto Rican saying you just said?
Hey, papi, y mucho lindo. Dame besos, dame besos.
Oh, what's good, Kay? What's good, man?
Hey,
back, man. We ain't heard from you in a minute. I seen you on Classics a couple of days ago, man. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you tuning in, man.
Well, what Oz at, man?
You know, he probably hunting this wintertime.
Carrying on. Yeah, I hope he all right, though.
Hunting, keeping that land together. Hey, Kay, we got some very thought-provoking topics today. The first two are I won't say typical. Your first two are going to talk more about what we normally talk about, but I think the last two are going to be very thought-provoking today for everybody. We got, as y'all seen on the thumbnail, we got Dr. Umar is back in the building. He was gone for a hot minute, but he back. He came back on Nick Cannon's platform. So we're going to talk about his interview he did. And then we got somebody right from our home state of Texas, very, very wealthy billionaire that sat down with big banks, the white dude you see on the thumbnail, Ari Rastegar. He's a billionaire, owns a lot of firms and real estate and things of that nature. He's based out of Austin, Texas, so y'all can look him up when you get a chance. But kind of want y'all to hear his lingo and what he had to say tonight. So I think it's going to catch a lot of people off guard. So we're going to go ahead and get started tonight with our icebreaker. Our icebreaker is going to come to you guys, and it says, can someone look taken? So this is coming from Pop the Balloon Show.
Yep.
That's my answer. It was a very, very unique take. I thought it would be something we can talk about real short and sweet, not too long. But I want y'all to hear this video of the young man talking to this lady, and it was very interesting. Here we go.
And is she someone that's your type?
No, not necessarily.
And why not?
She looked like she's like someone else's girl or something.
What does that mean?
Like she just looked like she's not for me. Like, what was your longest relationship you ever had?
Baby, I was engaged for 7 years.
Exactly. So she looked like she's like someone else's girl, not for me. You was engaged for 7 years. That's a long time.
That's somebody you should be trying to get with.
You popped your balloon on me. I'm just saying what I see.
I'm just saying.
You don't
want nobody who been in the streets for 7 years. Hey, you should be a person that been in the marriage for 7 years. I don't want no woman that don't want me either. I ain't say I don't want you, but I'm just saying.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. You feel me?
Thank you. And is she someone that's your type?
No, not necessarily.
And why not?
She looked like she's like someone else's girl or something.
What does that mean?
The confusion on the other women's face.
Not for me. Like, what was your longest relationship you ever had?
Baby, I was engaged for 7 years.
Exactly. So she looked like she's like someone else's girl, not for me. You was engaged for 7 years. That's a long time.
That's somebody you should be trying to get with.
You popped your balloon on me. I'm just saying what I see.
I'm just saying.
You don't
want nobody who been in the streets for 7 years.
Hey,
you should be a person that been in the marriage for 7 years.
I don't want no woman that don't want me either.
I ain't say I don't want you, But I'm just saying.
You're not hearing what I'm
You
saying.
just said you punch
me?
So as you can see there, the icebreaker for tonight is: can someone look taken? What did y'all think about that conversation between those two?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think someone that looks taken looks well kept, because you always want to be your best for that other person. And if I'm being loved on correctly, then the way I present myself is going to be different as well. You know, some people present themselves well all the time. You got those people who take pride in how they look, who always make sure that they're presentable when they go out and whatnot. And then you got some people who look thrown away. Some people who look like they going through it, and you could tell it on their face. You know, so I think yes, some people can look taken.
What's your thoughts, Bud? I see you grinning over there. What's your thoughts?
When I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't too much speak on that, but when I first met my ex, she came to the restaurant like 4 or 5 times when I was working. I ain't know she was trying to holler. I wasn't trying to holler at her because I thought she had a nigga. I thought she had somebody. So, like, yeah, like, you don't even want to holler at me. I was like, don't you got a nigga? First thing I said was, don't you got a nigga? I know you got a nigga.
What made you get about her? What made you get that impression about her?
Yeah, it's just the way, you know, folks carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, even some of the gentlemen that used, I finna say something else, but the gentlemen that work in the shop, like, they would be just sitting there spitting. They're like, man, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? All right. But I'd be like, bro, you can't tell. You can tell. You know what I'm saying? Some people just, when you have somebody that has you move different, you talk different, you walk different. It's different. It's a difference when somebody is, you know what I mean? You can tell. I don't get how people can't tell when somebody for the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's on you. The residue, the essence, the aroma, just like it's different.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, it's different. So a lot of women do say, oh, I ain't know he had a. You sure? You know, everybody, we always, oh, you didn't know he had a man? Oh, you know? Yeah, you know. We be like, we even feel like that. Be like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell when somebody is taken. For sure.
Their aura is different. Especially, like I said, especially if they're not going through it, especially if they're being loved on correctly, their aura is different.
And most don't stay when they ain't being loved on correctly.
True.
What stood out to me the most in there is when she said that she was engaged for 7 years. And I think that's kind of what he was hitting at the most too, is like, you got somebody that's you're still in love with, somebody you're still trying to. 7 years is a long time.
It is.
That's a long. That's like a marathon. That's a long time.
It is, yeah.
And then you got to have that conversation with her. It's like, okay, who was it? What made y'all go your separate ways at 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
She might be taking classes, but she's still for the streets.
Yeah, I think everybody is taken, even when they say they're single. I think everybody has that one person in their life. Like I always say, every man is one great compliment away from success. I think that's the same thing for like people too. I think there's that one person that if they just come on in, provide you that conversation
and lock it down,
and
it's over.
Yeah, you'll lock it up. You don't think so, Bud?
If that's how you built, then definitely. I'm not built. I'm not built like I don't. When we lock, I don't care if it's a homeboy, homegirl, friendship, relationship. When I'm locked, man. If I don't want to be there, I'm gonna skedaddle. Man. Ain't no need to be pump faking up under the board. Hey, man, you gotta take a shot, bro. All that.
So you ain't never had a person that you kind of like was living your life like early on in life, like you were living your life, but you was kind of waiting on him?
No, I don't think blood.
No, sir. If I was pursuing, I either captured or kept on about my business.
What about you, Ray?
I was persistent.
Ask me in a different way.
Do it.
Ask me in a different way.
Do it. Do it, because I really want to hear this answer.
Yeah, I thought it was a perfect answer. I thought it was a perfect the way I get
No.
How differently would you like it so we can get this?
I gotta put that in Chat GBT right there.
What's that word? What's that movie? It was a Tyler Perry movie. She said, "Ask me again. Ask me again." No.
So
Ray, you on the chain today.
Yeah. There's never been a time in your life where you waited on something, even though you were still dating, living life, not like you're not just in a standstill, but you're like, hey, if this person comes into my life, everything else is gonna be gone.
Yes.
See?
That's my answer.
I think
the weight of my heart right now this season is Peeps, y'all. I'm just letting you know.
Is what?
What is that?
Peeps.
Ugh. That's disgusting.
No, it's not. They're delicious.
Oh man, I don't know now. You have made some good grits. I don't know. I don't know about your taste buds.
Well, you still talking about them grits. Pastor said no, dog.
That's on the line with candy corn. Like that is disgusting what you eat right now. You eat Lucky Charms too, don't you?
No.
Marshmallows make my whole ear just.
Aiden don't like marshmallows either. She's like, no, mommy, no. I'm like, good, you ain't got to touch these right here.
So this is a great that's a great segue though into our actual first topic of the night. We're going to be going over to Nothing But the Truth podcast. And we were just talking about, that one person that can come into your life, change things, or you'll let everything go.
Mm-hmm.
But how do we know should we date immediately or should we wait? So that's going to be the first topic of tonight. He has his thought process on how people should move forward. Going to look forward to hearing your guys' thoughts on this. So this is Nothing But the Truth podcast. Truth Hurt says that date as soon as the relationship is over. So here we go.
Should I date when the relationship is over? And I always encourage people to date immediately. And they're like, well, what do you mean? Don't you need time to heal? And I tell people, right, there are 3 stages to breaking up, right? You detach mentally, you detach emotionally, and your body is the last thing to leave the relationship. So I'll go a little bit deeper, right? You could have fell out of love 3 years ago, right? But your mind was still there, right? So then you mentally detached 6 years ago, right? So now you got 6 years that you've been in a relationship with no heart in it and no mind in it. But on year 9, your body actually walked out the door. So you get people that's like, well, you need to heal. I spent 9 years healing. I was in a relationship, but I was single. And there are people out here that are literally in a relationship right now, single, but they literally feel all alone. And then there's this false belief out here, right? That when you heal, that you have to heal alone. And I always say, right, if you were to fall down and break your leg right now, would you go sit in the corner and sit Indian style and try to self-medicate yourself? No, you would go to a hospital. And the reason why you would go to a hospital is because there are experts there to help you heal. There's people there to help you heal. They have get better dogs. They got clowns that come in. Like there's literally so many different.
And you got to walk on that broken leg too.
Exactly. But a lot of people they've been taught and conditioned to just sit there. In
isolation.
Yes. And isolation does not fix anything. A lot of times when you isolate yourself, you can get so deep into your thoughts that it actually makes it worse.
Okay, so do you believe in dating with potential? Dating for potential?
I'm 40 years old. If you haven't made it yet, you probably never will. And even if you are, I'm not willing to bet on you at 40. So I would tell anybody that's 35, 40, 45, 50, what are we talking about dating for potential? You have no right dating a 35-year-old rapper that didn't make it yet. You have no right dating a 35-year-old drug dealer that's still doing hand-to-hands. You have no right dating a 35-year-old gang member. You have no right dating a 35-year-old man who's talking about he got bulls for sale. Like, what are we really talking about? Dating for potential, that's for children. You're a 40-year-old man. You're getting ready to go through menopause in a couple of years. You're talking about potential when you finally make it? No. One thing about me, I used to give people the benefit of the doubt, right?
Like
that's
what Asaurus do.
Yeah, like I used to really give people the benefit of the doubt. I used to always want to see the best in people. I used to always be like, you know what? That potential. And what will happen with that potential? It will leave you effed up every time. Yeah, so for me, no, I can't give you any potential. I'm not doing anything.
You got it.
How do you feel about dating for potential and men?
So they gave us two different topics, but kind of wanted to focus on the first topic first, and then if y'all want to give something on the other one. But the first thing he was saying that he tells people to date immediately after they leave a relationship. How do y'all feel about the things he said?
I don't think so. Because the traumas from that previous relationship, you might pull them into the next relationship. I think you need to make sure that you're over that relationship. Not necessarily totally over it, but enough to mentally sound, move on, and not always reflect on that past relationship. You got to be okay and okay with moving forward and not wanting to go back.
What do you think, Plug?
The only way I say you shouldn't, if like the breakup was like recent, like real recent, and you still suffered some like trauma, you know what I'm saying, some damage to yourself, you know. But other than that, it's like I say the upside to it is, you know, you get to heal while being in a new love. Ain't no love like new love now. Ain't no new monkey like good, new monkey. You know what I mean? That'll help you expedite the process. You know what I mean? Like, ain't that gonna help you expedite that process. But I say the downside would be if, it was recent and traumatic, you still have a connection with that person. But if you have, like he said, slowly drifted away from the relationship over time, then I say, yeah, it's best to go ahead and jump back in that pool and get your swim on. Pun intended.
I look at it as like, it all depends on, is a relationship a need for you? And the reason why I say that is because it's funny how we treat relationships so different than we treat everything else in life, right? Like, we use the word like trauma and things of that nature, but we can go out today and have a very bad car accident, total our vehicle out. And the first thing we're trying to do is get our rental car to get back in the car and go back to our normal day-to-day. Like something that traumatic where you could have almost lost your life, people hop right back into another whip and drive the next day. Like it's very unique to me how our brains think. That's why I said it's thought-provoking Tuesday, y'all. Like, we will take a relationship and act like we have to wait 6 years to get into another relationship to heal. But we'll do something else in our life that's just as traumatic or could have caused almost death and be in something new the next day.
Yeah, I said that too. I was like, man, we'll vet people to be friends for like months on end.
Yeah.
Some crime with a dude we just met. Like, you better throw your whole world away with a dude you just met. He better not tell on me. Nigga, I don't know you. He finna tell.
I'll do a quick little B&E, man.
Yeah, bro. Hey, man, you want to come with me?
I just think it's very unique how our lives and how our minds think. Like, I feel like just move on.
I feel like it's certain situations that don't affect people like certain situations do. A lot of things don't affect people like they affect, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of things that affect people on a very heavy level, I'm like, kind of minuscule.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be minuscule. I'm like, and then the things that are so small, that's a small thing to a giant, be like, no, this is serious. You know what I mean? Be like, no, we got to get this. We got to nip this in the bud, and then we'll get all the rest of this out the way. You know, some people tackle the big and work down to the small, and some tackle the small and work their way up to the big.
Yeah, I think as long as you're just not bringing any of that emotional like chaos, if it was chaotic, if you did have a bad breakup to the next person, because it's not fair for that next person to come into something that they didn't have any part of, and you blame. Some people blame the next person or putting, oh, this person did this to me, so that I'm gonna be cautious around you, and I'm not gonna, give you, 100%, So as long as you're not bringing none of that baggage from the previous relationship into the next, then by all means.
You are speaking to the ladies, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the gentlemen too. Everybody.
What's up, Stuart Graham? Welcome in. He said, "You're right. People get stuck in the weeds and can't see the big picture, man." Shout out, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, man. We appreciate you chiming in. Definitely agree with that comment. I don't know, man. I just always wonder how people can be so. And what's the word I'm looking for? So I don't seem too cold-hearted.
Go ahead, man. Jump in that sociopath bag, man. Like you normally do.
No, I'm just like like even all the stages that he talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you put yourself through all that? Why would you first emotionally leave somebody, stay another 5? Why would you then?
He's talking to the women. He was talking to the women in that part.
But I think men do it too. Men do it too because
Kevin Gates just.
Are we looking for change or looking to see if something will change before we leave?
I don't think so. I think people just, you can be in a failing situation but still be comfortable. You still be comfortable. You can be out of love and still, like the situation. You might not like that person, but you like the situation. It's like, man, I don't want to leave my house. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to leave my neighborhood. I don't want to leave my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just one component that's missing. Like you the one I don't want, but at the end of the day, everything else around here is working. You know what I mean? Like it was one of them situations where it was like, man, everybody is fine, but you. Like everything is working, everything is cool, but you. Like everybody's happy, but you. So you're the problem. Like everything is like, man, I ain't going nowhere because you the problem. Like you need to work on yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it fear of going into something new as well? That we content and we're familiar with what we got going on now, so we don't want to make any moves because of fear of the future?
Hell of a question.
Fear of starting over?
Hell of a question. Good question. Just be like, no. Be like it's still the same person. Like it's like everything's working but you. Everything is cool. Everybody's cool but you. You the only one with an issue. So if we took it to a vote, everybody vote you off the island. Yeah. But what if those are your children? And the children were like, if I had to pick between the two, I'd be like, well, I pick stepdad over mama. They'd be like, you'd be shocked. Be like, if I had to pick, I love you, but I stay here because everything else is cool because ain't nobody tripping but you.
That's why I think that phrase really comes from, man. That's why, y'all used to hear the phrase like love don't cost a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very true. Like, I don't think there's no earn or gain. Like, I don't think it's nothing lost. Like when I think about people who say, that's why I said, we all know my thoughts about like love and all that stuff. But yeah. I always tell people.
You made it very clear, sir. I'm very clear on all three of you and the other two that make up the rock.
I really believe love don't cost a thing. Like I feel like we feel so deep into these things because we put so much value into it. Like how you said, like, is it like you had a great question about like going from a relationship and bring something to another, but a relationship is a relationship. Like a relationship is just a relationship. Like think about that's what I'm saying. Like when you think about the analogy of the car accident to trauma, like we lose relationships every day, y'all. There's somebody you ain't talked to since high school. That was a relationship you once had. Like you don't feel bad about it. You didn't lose anything from it. You didn't like, oh, should I pick my friends a little different 10 years later? Like you don't think about that stuff. Like it's weird to me how much weight we put on everything when it comes to relationships and dating world and the word.
And it shouldn't be hard either.
Yeah, like
it's
weird to me. Like it's weird to me how we separate things and put them in their own little pockets. You know what I mean? Like a dating relationship. Oh no, this hurts. A friendship. Oh, I can leave that.
I can leave that alone. I view them the same. I do. I view them the same, man. It's, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna check on my loved one just like I check on my partner. I just checked on my partner and say, you know what I'm saying? See what was going on with him. Like it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I value who value me. If you don't value me and you're not in close proximity, it's like
out of mind. Moving on quick is for women. Men need to take advantage of the opportunity by focus on self. Stewart said, I work offshore 14 on and 14 off. My lady was glad when I came home and glad when I left to go back.
Hey.
Hey,
I see you when you get back.
That pressure to you, Stewart. That pressure.
Hey, I bet you ready to go back too. Hey, ain't nothing like a little peace. There's nothing wrong with peace, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Classic said, no matter what, you will try to make sure the new person isn't exhibiting anything close to what you didn't like about the last person. He said, consciously or subconsciously, it will happen.
Yep. Or like I said, like she might get into that new relationship and realize that the good man and the bad man say the same thing. Only thing that differentiates is the intentions.
That's a good slogan right there.
You gotta make them miss you.
Make them miss you. That's a whole nother. That's a whole other conversation, Stuart.
It might be a shift to work. It's like if your shift doesn't make her miss you.
If you gotta make somebody miss you, man, what are we really out here in love for?
Man, look. Everybody got they something. You know, I realized everybody got they something, bro. It's like, I love when you come over. So it's time for you to go.
Like, I'll see you next time.
We're gonna crack this love thing one day. I really gotta see like how it got everybody entangled, man.
This fuck box. this thing right here. That timeline.
Sko said, hit that like, share, appreciate it, Big Sko.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to meet Big Sko.
And for the new people here, man, I don't want y'all to take what I'm saying like to the wrong way. I still have a heart. I understand, you know, caring for people, but I just don't understand the. I just don't understand.
Take your time with the message. Take your time with the message. You know, they don't know you like we do.
Was good. Me was good. We got something coming for y'all tomorrow. We're gonna be on here tomorrow, Wednesday night. Stu said, you can't get too much of a good thing. So is it good?
Sure.
If it's too much?
Sure.
It can be good.
See, look at all the complications around the good.
What's so complicated about it being good?
Think about how y'all thinking. Stewart said, hey, you got to make them miss you. You can get too much of a good thing. I'm at the point, hey.
That person has to value that goodness.
I think I'm just in a good place.
You're in a good place. I mean, I think people that are in that, everybody got they something. You know what I mean? Like, some people need micro dose. Some people need to take the whole thing. You know what I mean? Some people take a nibble. Some people throw the whole donut in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got they something.
He said, I've been in relationship, but not sure I've never been in love. You ain't missed nothing, Miles. Don't worry about it.
See?
You ain't missed nothing, big dog. Hey, that relationship was, they loved you. Hey,
Hey,
y'all,
Miles. Hey, Miles. Thanks for coming in, Miles.
but y'all gotta think about that's scary though. That's like y'all, like when we really start talking about this love thing, that's deep.
Yeah,
Like I've been in relationships, but not sure if I ever been in love. And I think Miles, what was your reflection of love? Appreciate you. He said, "Have a great day. Bless you. You too, brother. Have a good one, man. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe before you leave out, man. Have a good night." Stuart said, "We all a mess in some way."
You right about that, Stuart.
Everybody got their something, man.
Yeah.
I want Miles like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's deep.
You can you can be I think being in love is sort of like a situation with, you know, not the paranormal, but a situation where, you know, you've been in. I say this all the time, be like, man, it's like if you over 30 and you haven't had that situation where you can't explain it through science or mathematics or anything, it just had to be nothing but God. Be like, damn, bro, it's kind of, I don't know, bro.
He said, I missed them a little when it was over, LOL.
Oh, that's, you just grown, bro. That's, you know.
Miles, love ain't nothing but taxes, bro. Once a year, it feels like a good thing if you get something back from it. But for the rest of the year, it's taken away from you. That's love. Every now and then, you might feel it. You might feel it on Christmas. You might feel it on Valentine's Day. You might feel it on your birthday. You might feel it on the anniversary. But other than that, it's just being just withdrawals. Everybody's just withdrawing from each other. That's all you're doing. Relationships are nothing but transactions.
Damn.
I mean, it sounds bad when you say it that way.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's true, right? You deposit something into somebody, they withdraw from you, and then vice versa. That's all relationships are, is transactions. It's just some transactions are long term. It's a savings, you know, might be a little Roth RA. And some people are just going in for a quick deposit so they can get that bonus check from Chase for $500 and take everything out.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, for real, dog. Like,
damn.
Stu said, if we only miss them when they gone, then we miss the whole point.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, bro. Like, I'm indifferent about that, what you said, Souls.
Go ahead. That's what we're here for.
No, I'm saying, no, it's like, yeah, if you don't miss them when they gone, like, yeah, you know, it'd be that time where, like, oh man, she been up under me all day. Then, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm finna go to such and such and visit, you know what I'm saying, my people for a couple of days. You like, all right, bet. Now you got a little free time, do what you want to do, hang out how you want to hang out, and then, you know, hey, this where you at? You know I miss you now. You get your ass on bike or not. I done had my free time. It's over with now. It's, you know.
Think about how you describe it. Y'all, relationships are seasons. We complain about Texas being hot, then we want the winter. Then the winter get here, it get too cold. We ready for the summer. Like it don't matter. It's just give and take the whole time.
That's the site. But y'all think people are probably a little psychotic. Cause I'd be like, bruh, like if it was 100 degrees outside, you would want your inside to be 68 degrees.
Yeah,
but it's 68 degrees inside your house. It's 66, and you want to turn the heat on. I like, hey, come on. See, like those are the things where they bothers people, but it'd be like, I'd be looking at them like, I think y'all a little off a little bit. I think some folks let their mind play tricks on them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He said exactly what I felt. Transactions, or maybe they were distractions.
Mm.
Well, you in a one bedroom or something there, Miles? You know what I'm saying? Where you can see the bed from the couch. I'll just ask you. I'll just say I want to get him up here. I've been dying to get him up
Miles,
here.
Miles, are you free Thursday? I'm doing Kingspan on Thursday.
I think me and Miles are more alike than he think. He said some fish.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's something to really think about, man. I don't know. I'm not saying I love those who love. If that's what gets you going every day, if that's what keeps you moving, like, hey, if you love it, if you like it, I love it. But at the end of the day, I just don't think that's what we're getting in life. I just don't think love is what we're all are receiving from the people we even say we love. I just don't think it's that. I just
what
don't.
is it? It's just
Because to me, love comes with so many other things. If it really existed, it'll be a lot of truth with it. It'll be a lot of vulnerability with it. It'll be a lot. It'll be a lot.
Men don't want to give the women anyways.
It'll be a lot of things that people aren't willing to really give up. And I tell people I only can express it because I always think about like my mom. That's what I always think about a mother. Like when you think about a mother, a good mother is that love that you're looking for, and it comes with all those things. I don't think people after parenting or after leaving your nest, I don't think you receive love no more. I think you receive some very healthy transactions that make you hold you over for long periods of time.
Damn.
Some people hit the jackpot, they never have to go back. Some people, hit a little rock bottom, have to build it, You
feel the same way, Ray?
I mean, I'm a lover. When I'm in a relationship, you get all of me. I love hard. And it's I think sometimes being in love, we are blind to some things that we shouldn't be blind to.
You're supposed to be blind in that, man. When you with somebody, man, you should be just lost in the sauce, man. Don't listen to souls, man. Don't listen to the social path, man. You gotta be lost in the sauce, man.
Then if you lost in the sauce, then you on your way to destruction.
That's why it hurts so bad when you lose it.
That's why it hurts. So I agree with that part.
I'm gonna stay tried and true. If you do something wrong, be like, well, I'm gonna holler at you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, be like, look, I will stand up in the situation.
So is that love to you? Something you believe that easily? You think that's love?
Man, caring is love. Understanding is love. All that. If we broke down that definition of love, we'll really see. And they're trying to give us the agape and this and that, like things you trying to achieve in these levels of love. I don't, man. Look, man. That's I don't know, bro. You care about folks. I mean, do you have that same love for your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mama, your daddy? You can't have it for that person? I don't know. I'm different. You know what I mean? I show love, bro. I try to show love. You know what I'm saying? If they missing it, come on over here, whatever you need, dog. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna expend myself too much because you know why? Because I'll be like, I know how to fall back on that shit too. If I don't, put myself out there and then stretch myself too far.
Yeah,
try to retract and say, hey, it's plug time. Or hey, I'm giving me about 3 good days, 72 hours to get the recharge because I've been giving out love everywhere.
See, hey, I'm thinking Rain thinking right now. Rain and her thinking bad. She really thinking about this.
I know when I get quiet, I start thinking.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm telling you, we got something coming for them tomorrow. It's gonna be epic. Especially these conversations we having. Edward said he pretty much saying don't believe in Umar. We appreciate you, big dog. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for stopping in. Miles said historically solo. He said I'm gonna pop in one day. I promise at Rain.
Damn, what cause
Thursday? You can come on in Thursday.
Hold your breath, Rain.
I know.
We love Miles.
He might be on camera like Larry. Hey, mom might be in it, bathrobe too, taco meat all lot. You know what I'm saying? Smelling like cocoa butter or something.
Yeah, his eyes closed a few times too.
Got a nice whiskey in his glass, chilling. Probably got a cigar, sit by parlay. What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Tell you. Stu said we think human love is unconditional, but I have never found that to be true. See what I mean? I think, Stu, I think you're in a good spot, Stu, because you're not living in a fake reality.
It's not
false reality. I mean,
everything has conditions. Everything that unconditional. That's propaganda. Because I don't give a damn who you talking to. You go in the house and you talking crazy to your mama, she gonna show you some punishment. And you gonna say that's unconditional? Now, on the conditions that you don't talk to me some kind of way, or you disrespect me in any kind of way, I'm finna, boy, I'll turn you upside down by your ankle and whoop you.
Mm.
I think I'm the best partner. I'm the best type of partner to have.
Emotionless?
Yeah. Because no, I'm gonna explain. If I cuss,
go ahead, cuz.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the L word plug right there. But
go ahead, explain. Go ahead. I'm with you.
He'll throw it in real quick.
Go ahead, bro. Throw it in there.
When you think about a person like me, right, who some might feel lack emotions or lack the ability to show love, whatever y'all want to call it. But you can say this: if he's with me and he's doing things with me, he truly wants to be there. Because I'm not doing all the other facade stuff that people do when they say they in love. Like there's a lot of people who are living life right now who they say they love somebody and then your language don't speak like you love them, or you talk to your homeboy, your homegirl differently about them, or like a lot, like for a person who is just very who they are, you at least know when they're doing things with me, they truly want to be around me. They truly are wanting to do these things with me.
So your presence is your love, your way of loving.
If you want to put that word in there, yeah. I know you want to use the word love. You want to put the word love in there, y'all could use it in that way.
Your presence is your love. Your time is your love.
Hey, I mean, everybody got a something, bro. Everybody
your
got
phone calls is your love.
Yeah,
I do understand where you're coming from.
You see what I mean? Like with me,
I know exactly, bro. I understand all the sociopathic things that you have going on within that noodle of yours. Trust me, I do. I truly do. Don't think that for 1 second I don't understand. I understand it wholeheartedly. I understand Tez. I understand Classic. I'm figuring you out, Miss Puerto Rican.
Hey,
white Puerto Rican adjacent, you know what I mean? Miles said you can't love someone but be in love or just be horny. I've been 2 out of 3, but not all.
Oh wow, okay.
Those are the 3 things. Hey, take this. Hey, take this to the bank. Rain, take this to the bank.
I'm listening.
Hungry, horny, and broke.
What am I supposed to do with those 3 things?
Watch them when they hungry, horny, and broke.
All 3 at the same time or separately?
No. When you that person when they hungry and then they say, man, I eat, man, I don't care what I eat right now, man. I have some noodles, I don't care what it is, bro. I eat some potted meat, I don't care what it is. That check drop, that hunger change. Be like, well, we're gonna get a T-bone. But they over there throwing T-bones and they ain't even thinking about their finances and broke.
Yeah.
How they spend their money when they was in that despair, when they was hungry, and now they got something.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's what I watch.
Noted.
That's what I watch.
Mimi said, I feel like this is gonna be an opportunity to show who I really am. No drama, just soul.
All right, Mimi.
For the show tomorrow, we're gonna have a good show for y'all tomorrow, man. They've been going at it on that Anton panel.
Yeah, they be ruthless on that.
You gotta stay away from them bad environments, Mimi.
They toxic over there. We love over here. How about that?
Nah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a
good
one.
Over there.
She been on there a few. I'll say more than a few now. A minute. Then she also on Courtney Egger show. He actually, y'all would like him. He's similar to our platform style.
I need to go see him.
He's actually pretty good.
You said Courtney Egger.
Stu said, I have to learn how to forgive. That keeps love alive.
Forgive and grace.
Bro, I promise you, if you can learn that one thing right there, everything can have a longevity. Everything can have longevity if you can just learn that. Because man, like some of that should be, if some of that shit you be fussing about be petty as hell. Petty.
They said I ain't that way, but you cute. I don't know. What that?
Stewart. That's the same Stewart. Yeah. What you talking about, Stewart?
I don't know. 100.
On Classic.
Tez,
Hey, Tez.
333. Stu
Tez
laughed.
had an interesting show today.
Huh? Oh,
Tez
Tez.
show was interesting today.
Yeah.
That. I was locked in, man.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing rolling today, man. This is something I really want to talk about, guys. I hope we can get a bunch of opinions in on this, man. I don't want to be the only voice. I want to hear everybody's true opinion on this topic, man. We're gonna bring Umar up, man. Number 2 topic for Thought Provoking Tuesday is: do our children lack discipline or a diagnosis? That's today's question. For Dr. Umar is going to be talking about mental health and ADHD, things of that nature. Of course, he's speaking from like the Black community, but we're going to just talk universal. You know what I mean? Like, because everybody has some form of diagnosis. Like, not everybody, but all races can have diagnosis. So we're going to speak about this in one way. But when I heard it, I had a totally different thought process on it. So the question is, do our children lack discipline or a diagnosis? Here goes Dr. Umar and Nick Cannon.
We did great when they started evaluating Black boys for ADHD.
Yeah.
Now, just to back up for a minute, first it was ADD, Attention Deficit Disorder, 1980.
Right.
The problem with ADD is there's no drug that can make you pay attention. So when you deal with mental health, you have to deal with the influence of the psychiatric drug cartel. There's no such thing as talking about mental health without talking about Wall Street drug profits.
Wow.
They go hand in hand.
Come on.
Psychiatric medication is a $30 billion a year industry. You're talking big bucks for small pills.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
So now, when you look at 3rd grade and you look at the criteria for ADHD, a lot of what you need to display to be classified with it could be arguably considered normal behavior for an 8, 9, 10-year-old.
Right.
You see the contradiction right there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Has trouble sitting still.
Yeah.
He's in the 3rd grade.
Right.
Has difficulty paying attention. He's in the third grade. Has trouble playing quietly. He's in the 3rd grade. So at what point is this mental illness versus you practicing discrimination against traditional male behavior?
Right.
A big issue I have with ADHD is it is—
and the H is for hyperactive.
And the H is for hyperactive.
Yeah.
So in 80, when you had ADD, it was just deficit, no hyper.
Right.
But the drug companies weren't getting paid.
Right.
So 7 years later, in 1987, when the DSM-2 or 3 came out, I forget which one it is, that's when they added the H.
Yeah. That's right during my time.
Absolutely. You see that? Yeah. So right now, the way the DSM-5 operates, even if you don't meet all the criteria, I can still label your child as ADHD. Let me say that one more time.
Yeah.
Even if you do not meet all the criteria, I can still label you as ADHD.
Right.
And with the new DSM-5, Nick, they made it easier for us to classify children with ADHD, because before we needed to see symptoms by like the age of 8.
Right.
Now it's like you need to see symptoms by like the age of 12.
Right.
Before, we needed to see clear evidence that these problems was disrupting this child in several life areas.
Right.
Today, the bar has been reduced, and it just needs to cause some sort of maladaptive activity, if you would.
Right.
And I'm paraphrasing the criteria, but the point I'm trying to make is they lowered the bar.
Right.
So now it's easier to put children in with the ADHD.
Right.
So, number one, you have an issue of male behavior being criminalized and pathologized.
Right.
So I'm gonna stop it there. I see everybody going in the chat. I appreciate that, but I want to lay it out a little bit before everybody gives their opinions on it. So when you heard Dr. Umar speak about, this could be considered like a normal behavior, those type of things. I'm gonna speak for the Black culture because I'm Black, so that that's obvious. Rain can speak for her side if she would like. But I look at diagnoses as a lack of discipline to a certain extent. And I'm going to explain why. Not saying what he's saying is not true. He had a lot of truth. But however, when we're teaching our kids the latest line dances, y'all remember when we first started, when it was just me and Uncle Plug doing No Middleman, and the girl was, "What them fans yet? What up?" how you think that little 6-year-old gonna be able to sit down in class when all she thinks when she see people is to get the attention of everybody? Like, we don't think about the psychological things that we do to our children that causes a lack of discipline that then results in their normal day-to-day behaviors when they step into an environment where they now need to be controlled. So everything he can say is true. With that being said, I think if we have better discipline in the homes and more structure, you will see less diagnoses of these things that we say are really affecting the Black community, especially Black men. We have to think about that, right? You think about putting your son in football, running head to head and hitting helmets at the age of 6 and 7, might have a concussion or two. Like, we don't think about these things that could affect our child down the line, right? Like, we're not thinking about all these things. So when we're having this conversation tonight, I want y'all to put like everything into play, not just like the big pharma system. I think a lot of these things start at home, which we then can kind of control the ball a little bit better in the future. But I would love to hear y'all opinions about it.
I would say over discipline. You got a young boy that can't go in there and sit down, go in your room. They can't go outside. They got all this energy built up in them to where they can't go outside. They have to be inside. So they can't do what they want to do at the house. So they'll take it to the schoolhouse and do what they want to do. Because you ain't their mama. First thing they'll tell you is, you ain't my mama. You ain't my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes be over discipline. I think it could be the lack thereof and over discipline and then misdiagnosis. Which I've never, like, that classroom was real small with that one window with them special need kids at my school.
It was small, yeah.
That classroom, man, they probably had about, you to see them, like if you leave class and then they went to lunch, it was probably about 7, 8 of them. It about 7, 8 of them. Now they got a whole situation set up for them kids. My school looked like a school. These schools look like institutions. Have you seen these schools lately?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think it's more that misdiagnosis. If you misdiagnose a child and you put them on like some Risperdal when they like 5, that's going to lead to, like, by the time they 20, 23, they're going to be on Seroquel. Now, if y'all ain't familiar with these, please look them up. Risperdal and Seroquel. Those are psychotropics.
Yep.
I feel as though I agree with Souls. Part of it does have to do with discipline, but I also see the other side as well, because some of it does have to do with a true chemical imbalance in the brain. So it just, I would hate for some of the children to be misdiagnosed. But the children who, and people, because I have this is a transparency moment. I have ADHD, but I don't have. They dropped, or they added the H. They dropped ADD off, and they added the H in. And then once they added the H in, you start getting these different types of ADHD. I have ADHD, the inattentive type. That means I have problems focusing. Okay. So, and I was diagnosed later in age, like only 3 years ago, and I'm 43. So I made it through school as an honor student because I had discipline when I was in school. I made sure I did my schoolwork. And I was even talking to my mother the other day about this. I said, Mama, I noticed it when I was in school. And the only way that I got my work done and I stayed focused when I was in elementary school and high school and middle school is because I was the one that wanted to be the first one done. So that's how I stayed focused enough to get my work done so I could be the one helping to grade papers. So that's how there's ways around ADD and ADHD without medication. Absolutely. All day long. But if there's a true chemical imbalance in the brain where that person doesn't know how to manage those symptoms and what you got going on, then yes, medication probably does need to be, or if it's truly affecting you, your day-to-day movements and how you move and what you got going on, then yes, I feel as though some medications do need to be introduced. But if you can manage it on your own, like I managed it through all my schooling. I was never on medication. I was never diagnosed with it. I didn't see it until later on in life when I was trying to go back and get my degree. And I was like, hey, what's going on with me? Why can't I focus? But then at that time too, I'm a job, I'm working full time, I'm a mother, I'm a caregiver, I'm doing all these other things. So it's tough to, and I went to my doctor. I said, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I cannot focus.
Yeah.
And she had me fill that out. She's like, you have ADHD, but it's the inattentive type. So there's different types. So going back to what Souls originally said, yes, I do believe it does have to do with discipline. And honestly, I think schools should be segregated, boys and girls, because they mature differently. Boys need a different type of focus than girls do, I believe. And I think too that, and I don't know for sure, we can probably look at some studies to see who is diagnosed more with ADHD. Is it boys or girls? It's boys.
And
See?
most of them are in prison.
See? So, but I feel as though with better discipline practices, getting into a routine at home, parenting, doing what they need to do at home, with those cases that are not severe, that don't necessarily need medication, it's just more discipline and more a structured environment. So that's my take on it.
My biggest thing is I want to show you guys this because I know we talked. Rain brought it up. I see some people in the comments bringing it up, talking about misdiagnosis, but we have to understand that chemical imbalances are not something you're just only born with. Chemical imbalances can happen through major stressors in life. So
yeah, absolutely.
And
vitamin deficiencies too.
And everything you said came up on there. Coming out the military service, high pressure leadership roles, long caregiver periods, repeated emotional strain, reduce of serotonin, major life changes, divorce or breakup, loss of a loved one, retirement, career transitions. So people need to understand that these things happen, your chemical imbalances happen from everyday life transitions.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I feel it's more of for children, it's more of a lack of discipline than they need a diagnosis. Because when you start to look at that, a lot of those things outside of your normal chemical imbalances, a kid at the age of 6 can be impacted by a divorce. But I don't see it to the level that, like, unless they seen a DV in the home.
No, just a parent not present.
That too, yeah, or not.
You waking up 5 years straight to seeing these 2 people in the home, and then the other one's missing.
Could be.
It's gonna be something, but it's also I can't help but to see the comment and what Lisa said and what Gary said was that's big. The nutrition is crazy. Like, bro, have you had Cinnamon Toast Crunch lately? It don't even taste the same. None of these cereals taste the same.
They're fillers. They're not nutritious anymore. It's just fillers. It's something to get you through your hunger.
But think about it. What does that go back to, guys?
The home.
Parenting.
That's discipline. Who controls the food that the kids are putting in?
The parent.
Like, if you really get to the root of children.
Can you imagine your life without no cereal when you was a kid?
That's how most Germans live. Most German children, and I only know this because one of my airmen I had was from Germany. Like, literally, their kids don't watch no TV. They have no TVs in the room, the house. They don't eat any sugars. They don't do any of that. Everything comes back to the lack of discipline and structure that kids need. For somebody who has experience with a special needs child, routine and discipline dictates everything. Like That's why, like, and the only reason I'm bringing this subject up because when y'all go watch the full interview, if you do, I'm getting tired of African Americans blaming everything on the system. There's moments that we can control the ball within these systems. You know what I mean? Not everything is because the government wants to do this and the white man wants to give your kids these drugs. Like, everything ain't that, guys. Have you did everything in your power? And we appreciate everybody coming in. Y'all coming in on this Dr. Umar talk. Everybody hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe.
Definitely.
Plus people watching, man. Appreciate y'all. But this is where, like, I really feel that we have to start taking more, as Plug said on his episode, accountability. I feel there's a lot of parents who fail to take accountability, and then you get so tired of getting called off your job every day and having to go get that boy out the office, and the first thing you do, then you let the white counselor, no offense to you, Rain, then you let the white counselor tell you to take your son to go get tested, and that's your fault. When did you try to change the environment that kid came from? When did you
go back to my question? How many of them really wanted to be parents?
Yeah,
that's
these are deep conversations, guys. Like, we got to really start taking everything into consideration, because I'm getting to a point now. It's like, okay, guys, we know all the setups, right? We knew the setup in slavery. Now we knew the setup in like we know all the great setups. So when are we going to become smarter and become better people to put our people in a better position? Like, everything Dr. Umar said has truth in it. Everything. I'm not debating anything. But where can we step in to now be a conduit to, like, hey, you know what? No, that young man don't need to be tested. That young man needs structure. Have we tried X, Y, and Z first? I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to have to share this with y'all later. It's a book written. It's actually here in Texas. It's a white man who breaks down the school system as a prison. He opened up a school here in Texas, in Austin area. He opened up a school because he said that he noticed that children were going to prison every day. He said, where in life, you're 11 years old, you got to raise your hand to go use the bathroom, something you do every day at home.
It's
like
tough.
Like he said, then you get these hard trays with slop poured on them that look like prison food. And like, he was describing the environments that your children are actually in that looks like prison. This is a white man saying, like, this ain't even this is a white man saying, you know what he did? He created a nonprofit and he opened up a school that looked like what he wanted his children to be in. And that's what I'm challenging our community to do today is, why won't we start creating the environments instead of buying a store and everybody want to sell clothing and oversized tees and jogging pants? How about you put those millions of dollars into a school system that looks like what we want our children to be a part of?
Well, that's what Dr. Umar trying to do.
Man, that man ain't did nothing but steal everybody money, man.
You don't know that, man.
Appreciate everybody coming in his thing. Let me get to some of these comments.
Yeah, get to the comments, man, because they cooking over there, boy. Gary Bowles, Robert Tompkins, hey, Lisa, y'all cooking over here.
Miles said, can't believe I agree with Dr. Umar, but Farmer runs the planet.
Yes.
Stewart said that dude is laying it down, and he is right.
Yes.
At least 75% of commercials are pharmaceutical.
Yes.
Stewart said both he and you can be right at the same time. I appreciate that. Yes. Two things can be true, as they say. Robert Tompkins, appreciate you, man. Shout out, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to everybody who's up here. Uncle Plug TV, Conversation with Soft Rain, Souls of Thought, Raw Society, the Classic Codes. If y'all stay here long enough, we'll put everybody on the stream. Tez down as well. He said ain't nothing wrong with these kids' mentality misdiagnosed. Yeah, I agree. I think we hitting on the right cylinders. Robert said all the school look like a jail.
They do. Institution.
Yes, sir. Stewart said there is always going to be a little Johnny that keeps life. I like that. Robert Tompkins said 80% of them is misdiagnosed. You just crazy or just believe anything the doctors say. Yep. That's what I'm saying. It comes back to us, Robert. I appreciate that. That's a good comment.
For sure.
shout out Gary Bowles, man. Shout out. We see you in the chat 333. He said, I was diagnosed with ADHD and put on medication by the time I was 4 years old, man. And I stopped taking it when I was about 8. I dealt with my ADHD myself my whole life, man. Big shout out to you, dog. Big shout out to you, man.
For sure, bro.
Shout out to you.
That's strength, man. That's self-discipline, man. That's strength, bro.
Big shout out to you, dog. Let me give you a round of applause for that, man. Big shout out to you, man. That's a big thing. I worked mental health for over 15 years, so I respect.
For sure, Gary. Hey, that's big, bro. I like to hear that, man.
Oh, he put this. That was twice. Robert said, "You just like everyone else. You live in life."
Mm-hmm. That's all she talking about rain.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It was tough. It was tough.
Gary said, I hear recently a lot of things they say that ADHD has a lot in common with autism, and there's a lot of cross diagnosis. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
I've cut more autistic kids here in Texas than I ever have.
Yeah.
Than I ever have in my life, bro.
Shout out to Lisa. Welcome in, Lisa. Lisa said, pay attention to your children and also nutrition. Big facts. Gary said, and I think a lot of the times people are diagnosed with ADD and ADHD when they don't actually have it. They just kids that want to have fun, and their parents never let. That's what Plug said.
Don't let them fucking play.
Yeah, I'm glad, man. I'm glad we all kind of really in the same ballpark. I appreciate the conversation, man. Lisa said, fix the lack of nutrition and pay attention to your children. Big facts. Robert said, life, like I said, same with them. They're going through ish at home. Yes, correct. Yeah. Gary said, but me, I definitely had a ish life.
A shit left my fucking ass off, dude. He said, but me, I definitely had that shit left my fucking ass off, dude. Oh my God, I'm practically an autistic person. Gary, you not.
That all you got a gift, man. You're a new unique.
Yeah, bro.
Gary said, but they also think I might be bipolar too. That's a different story. We'll have to get to that another day, big dog. Gary said both of my parents were present, but my dad was a yep. See, this is what we talked about DV earlier. Yep.
Yeah.
Gary, you hitting everything. I'm glad you came in, dog. You hitting everything on the head, big dog.
Yeah, man. But guess what, Gary? Everything happened for a reason, Gary. And yeah, he was being a fucking asshole. And that's real. But you know what he also gave you? He gave you that ability and that self-discipline for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every negative action also has what is called an ulterior or another effect to it.
Equal and opposite reaction.
Equal and opposite reaction, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it made you strong, bro. It made you disciplined, bro. You know what I'm saying? That you can even speak your truth. You got that gall to even speak your truth, man. Salute to you, bro.
Yes, sir.
So,
Robert said, bro, all the food is bad. We can't get food in us. Don't forget people are poor. That big fact.
Better eat once a day.
Gary said, that's the thing. I hate ADHD, and I was still doing good in school. I would have straight A's, and they would be a comment like students is good in class, but doesn't do homework assignments sometimes. Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
It wasn't even funny. Like, I was legit afraid of him. My dad was, man. We apologize for that, man. Can't change it, but like Plus said, you stronger today from that big dog.
Yeah, man. Everybody gotta have a fear factor.
Yeah. Gary said, I like it. Didn't matter if my report card was straight A's. If there was a comment on there, I did anything subpar, I would be hiding for hours until he got home terrified, walking in the door. That's crazy. Robert said, bro, everyone is not in the position to do what you're talking about. In what position to do what?
I think when he was talking about, or when you were talking about.
You was talking. Yeah.
Everybody's in every position. Are you willing to make the great sacrifice? That's our issue in the Black community. Are you willing to sacrifice? You're gonna lose something to make a change. Period. Like, we got to understand that. Nobody say you got to go buy that house and pay a $3,000 a month mortgage. Go get you a 1-bedroom apartment with you and your son and chill. You can be a good parent and live in the hood. I know a lot of them. I grew up in the hood. Like you can be, my dad and mom were great. Sometimes you got to start at the bottom to get to the top. Just all about how you look at it. We just don't want to sacrifice things today. So we give an excuse that everybody can't do it. Yeah, everybody can pull themselves up by the bootstraps and do what they need to do. And if you're 18 or up, sign up for the military. They'll get you right. You can at least get started in the right direction.
That was your pitch when you was recruiting?
Oh no.
It's like,
I told the truth.
Huh?
My truth told let people come in. I told them don't stay in a long time.
Well, you just gave your truth.
Don't gave. But Lisa said kids don't play outside anymore. They don't need to be in nature.
They need to be in nature.
Well, they need to be in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Gary said, I'm convinced half of my disorders were because of him. Gary said, my earliest childhood memory is hiding and crawling in space with my dad. You know, America is the only country that allows pharmaceutical commercials on TV. Yeah, I learned that from the German people that I met. Yeah. That ain't on none of their TVs. And no other country do you have patients going to a doctor and telling them what I think you should prescribe me because I saw this on commercial A and B. Big facts. Lisa said it's because people don't know how to work together to create a community like what you're talking about. So Black people are too busy trying to be one up each other, and most of us like it. It's a get. Yep. But we'll give ourselves an excuse, like they said at the top, sharing what we know with each other. Yes, ma'am. That's what we.
I agree with that, Lisa, too, about gatekeeping. Everybody's too busy, like, figure it out on your own. Don't gatekeep. Just share. If what it is, they scared that somebody gonna one up what she just said. The next person gonna one up them if they share how they're being successful. Or what
I ran into a lot of parents when I was working mental health. I ran into a lot of parents that were so focused about losing their job that taking care of their children wasn't the priority anymore. Like it's so many people. I'll be like, hey, ma'am, don't send your kid to that testing. Or if you send them to the test, and make sure somebody's reading over that documentation for you before it's like a lot of, I don't have time. I had to take today off to get them there to get tested, and I can't take another day. Okay, so are you invested in your child or you? What we doing here? Like it comes a point in life where we got to especially if y'all say y'all believe in that higher power we talk about on Sunday service. Some of y'all living in a lot of fear. Gary said that itch is not normal. It makes you feel like a robot. Yeah, that meds will get you. He said, I was also a special case in ADHD too, because I also had what was called tics. Okay. So I could not take anything that was with stimulants. Okay. I heard of that before. He said, if literally show me though, like I'm ever had kids that not to do what he did, I would beat us or taunt us. Yeah, you definitely a better man for it for sure. Robert said, yes, I'm with Lisa on that. Yeah, good conversation, man. Good conversation, P. I thought it would be a good one.
Shout out to you, Gary.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good one to actually talk about today when I seen him coming back. Instead of making fun of Umar, I thought it would be a good conversation to actually have about what he said. Gary said, what I have found out in my life of all of the F substance that I've been told to take from doctors, and that I told you to take myself out of all drug pills and forms. Yeah. I would highly encourage. I wish I would have had the stuff on my stuff. The stuff ready, the resources ready. It's a doctor out of California. He was the first doctor to ever start taking X-rays of the brain. He said that he never understood why when you break your arm, we take X-rays of things that are broken, but when your brain is broken, we don't care about how it looks. So he started taking X-rays of the brain, and he was able to see what substances that you were actually lacking, like dopamine, serotonin, and he provided natural supplements that you can buy over the counter to produce more of that. One of the big things that they produced was 5-HTP. I tell everybody about that who suffer from like anxiety.
I'm in my cabinet right now.
Yeah, 5-HTP is a good one. It's a natural supplement. It's something that you create on your own. Just as we get older, we don't create a lot of it. So
yeah.
I'll have to get that doctor's name, but it's super dope. All right. So our last topic of the night, man, this one really stood out to me. Good old banks, man, the perspective with banks. We're going to end on this note right here. Question number 3 of the night is Is success ultimately built on manipulation? So I heard this gentleman talk today on this short little video with Banks, and all I heard was somebody actually speaking about manipulating a person, like making your way into a position so that you can now gain what you need to gain from it. So like it made me think, is success just ultimately built on manipulation? Because manipulation isn't always bad, which I know Classy did a code language on that word about 2 months ago. So like we learned a little bit about manipulation. But this is a very wealthy man right here. This is Ari Rastegar. He's out of Austin, Texas, as I mentioned earlier. He started off in the law world.
Nice haircut.
Yeah. You can tell where he go, plug. You know, he go to Black Barbershop.
And you see what he got on? He wealthy, but he got on his gray sweats, white tee, and some Nike.
Yeah,
I mean,
man. You finna see he's adjacent.
Okay.
He's done a lot in the community, but I want y'all to hear. Banks set him up, but he don't even know it. Here you go.
Now, but what would you do if you was 16, 17, 18 years old on my street, but you knew what you know now? But if you had the knowledge you had now, what would you do?
I know exactly what I would do, to be perfectly honest. And I'll tell you, if there is anybody listening to this for real, that actually, because a lot of people, you know, they shit about wanting their way out. I want this, I'm trying to do that. I'm talking about to the real hustlers, the real ones that are looking for a way out and want to fight for it. This is exactly what you do. You go to whatever neighborhood you're in and you go find the old heads and the OGs, a couple of them, one of them, two of them, the real ones, and you make yourself indispensable to them. You mow their damn lawn, you wash their car, you cook them. I don't give a fuck what it is. Only you know what it is, but you make yourself somebody valuable to those men and women that have wisdom, and you also do the same for the people that they love. Yeah. It's their kids, it's their grandma, it's the goddamn neighbor. And you do things for them, whatever it is, so that over time they need you. And when they need you, you become close to the seat of power. I watch the way everybody in that room talks to you. Some of the biggest names in this culture, they came up to you, and I watched the way you generously gave them advice. They asked little questions. When they walked up to you, their shoulders dipped a little bit. You know, they're, you know, walking around like this and stuff. Not when they came up to you. And then you generously gave them a piece of knowledge. They expressed some fear that they have, and you either told them that no, or you told them yes, and they would keep coming up. So if I'm in that situation and I'm a young kid, I would come find that person and do whatever I could for them. For my bosses on Wall Street, when I first started, I knew that my boss, who's one of the biggest, you know, guys in real estate finance in the world, my wrestling coach introduced me to him. He gave me a shot to build my first big business. And I knew at around 7:15 every morning, he walked out of his apartment on Park Avenue in New York City, and he'd walk down the road to his office. And I made sure that every single day, okay, and Major, my best friend, who you know very well.
Yeah, shout out to Major.
Shout out to Major Miller, the goat of all goats.
Yeah.
Literally. My life doesn't exist without him. And we've been at it since 7th grade, as you know. Same hustle, there's just more commas and zeros, but it's the same shit. I would make sure that I stood across the street 1 hour before he walked out, just so I could walk with him to work. And I had my job. I was out late. I was doing the things I was doing. And then when he was done with work, I was standing outside of his office just so I could walk with him. He'd drive out to pick up his kids every Thursday, and I would drive him. I was a lawyer, top of my class. I had every excuse in the world to be like, no, I was a grown-ass man. I already had my bachelor's, my PhD, you know. But to be next to him, just to hear him on the phone a little bit, to hear the tones that he used, the stuff that he said. Like that was the education, taking care of his kids. One of his sons, you know, wanted to go see Jay-Z. He was like 16 years old at the time. And he's telling him, he's like, Dad, you know, call your guy that, you know, we can, you know, he's like, I'm not going to a Jay. I'm not going. And I remember saying, I'll take you. First, I wanted to see Hove, but at the same time, you know, but he's like, you'll take me? He's like, and my friend wants to go. And he remember looking at me like, you're going to take my kids to a Jay-Z concert? And it's like, you're damn right I'm going to take, absolutely. And I remember how that relationship, what it meant to him, where he could hang out with his wife, he could go to the dinner that he wanted to, because it's got to be passed down little by little. So finding those people that know, that have walked that path, and all of them know somebody, and one day just naturally they're going to pick up the phone for you. They're going to want to do something for you, because people do business with people they like. I don't give a fuck what business it is, what industry. They're going to find a way.
So as you see there, a very good segment if y'all get to watch the whole hour and some change. But I thought that was very unique. The breakdown he gave of what he would do differently, or the advice he gave from the things he did do. And some people would look at that as a form of manipulation, right? You start to learn the patterns of someone. He even used what Plug said yesterday. Almost the people become codependent upon you, right? Like he said it, like literally they know that I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get in their good graces, and like I don't care who it is, like so. How do y'all feel success is ultimately built upon manipulation?
I'll wait on you, Plug. Yes, because you got to put yourself in the right rooms to be successful too. You can build yourself up, but you have to put yourself in those right areas to make sure you put yourself out there and make sure you're available to other people as well. Like he was saying, you have to position yourself in these areas so that not only success finds you, but you find the success as well.
What you think, Plug?
I love that information.
Yeah, great.
I hope he continues to bring men and women of other than
rappers,
the black rappers, to his platform, because his audience needs to see that. Like that advice he gave about, going to the OGs, the older ones, and picking their brain and getting that wisdom. Like, just to be important to somebody other than the ones that probably birthed you, like, it's just, I did that, but the ones I got, they instilled a lot of, man in me.
Yeah.
It wasn't about business. There's a lot of man, just, being kind. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a mean legit. Like, I'm glad Class had been grew. I know Class was like 2.0 about 10 years ago. That nigga probably hell 10 years ago. I was hell. You know what I mean? But they simmered me down. They was the ones that turned that dial from that 10 down to 7. And man, I know you got a lot of anger in you. No, I ain't angry. I'm just mean as hell. You know what I mean? Just simmer you down a little bit and steal that man in me. But I wish that he could bring more people like him to his platform. Yeah. I can't wait to be in that position to have them conversation with people like that.
Yeah.
To bring that to the platform, because I know people want to, man, you got to see black excellence. Well, their idea of black excellence ain't the same. You know what I mean? Like you want that, most people gatekeep that information. That information that he just gave, now that was $1 million worth of game.
But we talked about this, y'all. Y'all remember when we did the Den of Kings, and who was it at the table that said he had to sit down with white men to get Jeezy?
Yeah.
Jeezy said
Den of Kings.
Yeah, Den of Kings. He had to sit down with white men to get the knowledge of what to do. Same thing, y'all heard him. Hey, Banks, you know my boy Major Miller. Like, yeah, Banks is in the right rooms with and it's so sad. And that's what I always tell people. This is something that me and Plug used to talk about at the beginning of No Miller Man when we were still talking about politics and stuff. I always said this. It's like you get more information from the white man. Like the same person we want to demonize is really, they give it to you on a platter. They just know y'all niggas ain't gonna use it.
Two different sides to that, bro.
But they know you're not gonna use it.
It's two different sides to that. To the ones that it's the ones that have to integrate with us to understand and then give that information. Most people, how can you be sensitive to Puerto Ricans? How can you be sensitive to Mexicans? How can you be sensitive to whites? How can you be sensitive to blacks if you've never been around them? You know what I mean? Like, most people make fun of that. Oh, I got a black friend. That's awesome. I'm glad you do, bro. So when you approaching me, I know you know how to approach me, and I know how to approach you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's two sides to that coin. You know what I mean? There are more on that side of the coin than this side of the coin. You know what I mean? But I don't think hate lives on that side of the coin. I just think that they're not familiar. You know what I mean? Like, some would probably see her and or you're turning your back, be like, turning her back because she appeared with two black men. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but other ones would be like, that's cool that you are in the circle with those two black men and they respect you like that. Oh, that's what's up.
But Plug, I think we the only people who even think like that.
But if you think that,
like, no, I'm just like, we would spend more time thinking the way you're speaking. Not saying you in general, but just
I know what you mean.
Just said, we will spend more time worrying about that than just getting in the right rooms. Like that's what bothers me the most. Like,
but on that other side of the coin, they don't want you in that room.
Who cares? Like, why does that matter?
It's not about what you know, it's always who you know.
Yeah, but you never answer my question. Why do y'all care about them not wanting you in the room? Who cares? Like, who cares that they don't want you in the room? If you're in the room, you're in the room. Like, who cares about, like, I never seen a group of people who are so emotionally based on how they receive knowledge than black people.
I don't think that's not what I'm saying. Okay. What I'm saying is, if who's controlling that room, if they don't know you, just like you said, like, they love to do business with people that they like. You know what I mean? So if they don't know you to like you, you're not getting in that room. You understand? It's not the.
We're talking about two totally different things, but go ahead.
I think, yeah. Like when
you jumping forward instead of just staying where we are. Like, I'm talking about.
No. I know what you're saying about why are they so concerned about who's in the room. You got to, the person in the room has to like you.
No, they don't. You just got to get in the room. The person in the room doesn't have to like you. I dealt with that for 20 years. You just got to get in the room. I was in the most racist system in the world called the military. You just got to get yourself in the room. It has nothing to do about if they like you, they'll talk about you to other people. I dealt with that my whole career. But I didn't care.
The owner of the shop was, he didn't want any more black barbers in his barbershop. He didn't, because he wanted diversity in his shop. So when I came, he wasn't intending on hiring me. But as we sat down, that 30-minute conversation turned into 3 hours. And he liked me. So he was like, you know what? I ain't really want no other black barbers in my shop. But you know what? I like you, man. I'm going to go and give you a shot. And he let me come in the shop. That's a true definition. And it's not I understand exactly what you're saying. But that's why I'm talking about both sides of the coin. That's why I say it should be more of him coming to the platform. So, because that opens it up to the black people looking at it, or other ethnicities looking at it and saying, man, hey, that's a cool dude right there, man. So you can go in with a different mindset of thinking, not thinking on that side of the coin, but this side of the coin, that, man, all of them ain't like that, because people do think like that. You're saying why, I'm saying what people do.
Okay. What you got, Ray?
I don't have anything towards exactly what y'all were saying, but I will say this as a person who wants more opportunities to be successful in my workplace where I am now. I do make myself available to higher ups, people above me, and I make sure I go in and tap in with them and actually learn their position. Like, hey, what you got going on today? You need any help with anything? And that was after I thought about it, after what he said, I thought about it. I said, hey, I do that at my job today. I go in, I'm like, hey, what you got going on? Do you need any help? Can I be any assistance? Can you show me how you do this? Because once an opportunity comes open where you possibly could get their position if they move on or they retire and whatnot, then you already know, you're already in the know. You're putting yourself in the position to be successful and move up and move forward. So, and that's basically what he's saying. You have to position yourself, and that is a form of manipulation, positioning yourself to be open to other opportunities, to be knowledgeable in other places other than just where you are. And the people hinder themselves because, I'm gonna stay in it. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'm not gonna worry about, because they're so busy thinking like, oh, they're gonna ask me to do this if I show them I know how to do this. No, you're giving yourself more knowledge. You're opening yourself up to be. I myself, I've been working at the same job for coming up on 15 years now. I can do every job in my building because I made myself open and available to learn all the positions. I might not know how to do it efficiently or all the details, but if I were to be thrown in one of those positions tomorrow, guaranteed, give me a couple of days, I'm gonna make it work quick, So we have to set ourselves up for success. We can't hinder ourselves. Be open to learning new positions, be open to and that's a form of manipulation, really. Because you going in there, you asking them, hey, do you need help? But you really trying to get the knowledge that you need to move up and move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
I agree.
Yeah.
My bad for cutting y'all off, big dog.
It's okay. Juddy said depends on the person, the character, because manipulation is based off of having control. Gary says, as a matter of fact, the first doctor brought me, I can't remember what suggested, but my father literally almost beat him up. Shout out to Gary, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all send prayers for Gary, man. We appreciate you giving us the information tonight. Don't know who Christian is. Robert said, do y'all ever wonder why we have no hospital, grocery stores, or banks?
I'm not tracking Robert, but thank you for coming in.
I think he's talking about the in like the Black communities.
Oh, okay.
Black people owning them and things of that nature. Class said if success is built on that level of latching on, you can't keep it. So, Classy, you're saying what Mr. Ari said here, that's not something that you're willing to do, like getting to know somebody, getting to know their schedule, making yourself available to learn the things that they learn. I just want to get clarity of like what you're saying. Gary said, look up Donald Trump's relationship with his, I forgot what the F word is, but the dude who basically made him what he is has his name, Ray Cohen. He said he was very famous superpower lawyer back in the day who died of the HIV, and he caught Donald Trump. He taught Donald Trump everything he effing knows about manipulation in the business. He said they almost respect you trying to manipulate them a little bit. Yeah, because successful people want to feel like they need it. So the best thing you can do around successful people is feel like they're like you want to learn. They'll give you everything because they never had anybody to talk to and sit down and talk to about it. Most people don't. I was talking about this with shout out to my boy. I call him Peso Mike, but he one of the directors I work with. My boy Mike. We talked about it. We were at the Absolute Recomp gym, and we seen one of the very famous, popular YouTubers in the fitness game was in the gym. And we were, I know the guy, so I went up and spoke to him, just said, hey, or whatever. And we were talking about, like, that's why I don't ask to take pictures with famous people and stuff. Like, some people want to feel normal. And I think sometimes we forget that, like, when we go up to people, they're just normal people they want that normalcy. Like, they really want that. So even wealthy people, they love when somebody wants to know knowledge because they're like, oh, okay, you're not trying to make a deal with me. You're not trying to stab me in my back. I don't know who you are. Like, you just want to know knowledge. They'll sit down with you every day and talk to you. It just gives them a release. I don't know if y'all been watching Landman. You get to see it a lot on there. Landman is a great show. They talk about it a lot in the oil field. Classic says shortcuts are built on manipulation. Long term, I'm gonna get it off the muscle. Hemp Vibe Network 3284 said, my white male mentor taught me when I was in my upper 20s that most people will do business with who they consider their friends. I do more business with white people than my own culture. Oh yeah. So I'm assuming you're black, Hemp. K18 said facts. Appreciate you. Everybody who just coming in, make sure you hit that like button. Robert said because everyone is brainwashed to a certain degree. Sweet Soul, shout out to her. She said coming in way late, but ADHD is not an excuse, it's real. Hemp said that same mentor told me they wish they were black, and I had several older men wish they were black. My black brothers do realize their power. Classic said that black people care too much about what white people think. Yep. I don't know. I don't even know what white people be thinking. Yeah, that's why I say I never focus on others. I never focus on the other side of the coin. We sat in that too long. That's why we were in slavery. Hemp said don't realize their power. Sweet said at Raw 10-4. Love that. Yeah, I was telling him we just had an open conversation. Classic said getting in the room in the business world is synonymous with getting in the house on the plantation. Not always, but I'm gonna say 95% of the businesses that is true. Gary said, I think what he's saying is even if you're in the room, you're not going to hear the information that you're going to pass to the white people. They're going to act different while you're in the room. Classic said, I don't want corporate success. In the way of climbing somebody else's ladder, I will work for somebody until I'm done building my ladder. Gary said, I think what we're saying is even if you're in the room and the room is going to have a different conversation while you're there. Hemp said, manipulation is a spirit. Gary said, and so what if you enter the room and the whole room goes quiet because now you're there? That room's not successful.
And it's not meant for you. Find another one.
Because real successful men ain't gonna go silent. And real successful men ain't gonna waste time to create a new story just because you're in the room. That's not success. You find me a billionaire that got time to waste to plan a meeting just to have a fake meeting because Nora's and Plug in the room. They ain't making no money that day. Classic said, I'm meeting no nigga to walk to work. Nah, dog.
No. He'll say no.
Him said, be in the icebreaker. Class said, I don't want the money that way. It's plenty of ways to figure out some money. I ain't holding no man's pocket like that. Gary said, picture if you're the one black man and you go to a room for a 99 white rich people. In the second you walk in the room, they all just sit there and stare until you leave or until you say something. Hemp said, facts. Gary said, manipulation means I do something for you to get something in return. If there's something I'm getting in return doesn't hurt you, they probably just don't care too much. Yep. Let's see here. That's the same one. Sweet Soul said, yes, Cohn was Trump's mentor and taught him to be ruthless in his approach to business and politics. They just read the book Art of War. Gary said they both get something out of the arrangement. You can look up good in front of them and they get to have their task completed. Gary said, I just looked at his manipulation as was a quid pro quo. Sweet Soul said, we don't even know what we're thinking. We don't even know what we're thinking. She's talking about for white people. Robert said, right, that's a coward. Yeah, that's what I'm saying if they doing that. Gary said, what are you saying? In low income areas, you guys do not have grocery stores and he's asking Robert and stuff. You have corner stores and liquor stores to try to keep you down. And because they know they did the exact same thing to get to the top. Definitely agree, man. Great topic, man. We appreciate everybody, man. A lot of new faces today, man. Mr. Gary, Sweet Soul. Who else? We had Robert Hemp, our normals in here, our boy Classic, Tez. Who else we had in here today?
Did Joe stop by or no?
Who?
No, that was Miles. I was thinking about Miles.
We had Lisa, Christian, John Boy was in there. So we appreciate everybody who stopped in. Make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube. So what she said, Sweet Soul said, I like what the young lady on the panel was speaking about. To me, it sounds like initiative, drive, passion, and better yourself.
Thank you, man.
There you go, Rain. There you go, Rain. Look at that. Look at that. So, man, we appreciate y'all. Got anything for the people before we get off this thing? We gave a good hour and 45 minutes. Y'all got
per usual, come see us in Chicago on February 13th. We're gonna be live and in person. Come see us. Purchase tickets while they're still available. It's gonna be an intimate event. And actually they're on sale right now. So make sure I'm not gonna say when they're going off sale. So make sure you go ahead and purchase before they go back up to regular price. Follow us on all our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Join our Discord. If you go back up through the comments, it's in the link is in the top of the comments. I can put it down at the bottom again too. All that good stuff. Come see us. We here. No middleman panel. This panel is here Monday and Tuesday. We're part of the Raw Society Coalition, and it makes up Souls, Soft Rain, myself, Uncle Plug, the Classic Codes, who you've seen in the comments, and Tez Down. He's probably been in the comments as well. And Souls is putting that up there. Make sure we all have our separate YouTube channels, but we also make up the Raw Society Coalition, which is probably where you're watching us from. And if you're not, make sure you go subscribe to that channel so you don't miss out on us. We provide content 7 days a week. Somebody is coming on here live. So make sure you go follow all of us everywhere.
Appreciate you, Ray, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Much love to you too, Robert. He said thanks, much love. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. We'll be back here tomorrow with a new segment, so y'all tap in. Duke said ADHD. I don't believe it, but I also know what it does exist. As far as Dr. Umar Johnson is concerned, he's correct on some things, and some other things I look at it with suspicion. Oh yeah, we all understand him. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for Rain. Gary said for some people it's real, others most definitely an excuse. Shout out to you stayed in this thing. Appreciate you, Jerron. He stayed and he said highest level of wisdom. Duke was welcome in, Duke. We about to end, but we appreciate you coming in, man. Never too late to chime in, but I know people don't want to hear this, but this is the 100% fact. When you are powerless under the political system of racism / white supremacy, you have no control over the policies of schools. All right, brother. Appreciate you.
I'm putting up all the links one more time for people who come in late, so they don't have to scroll up to the top.
Yash dripped out, said finna sub. I love my people, even if we have different opinions. All American black folks do the same. Yeah, appreciate that. Y'all follow his lead, or he or she. He said he's subbing. Make sure you sub to everybody on that thing, man. Good content all the way around. And hey, something even better than subbing, y'all come to the live show. We're gonna be in Darien, Illinois, man, in Chicago on the west suburb at Q Bar. We're gonna be going live, doing this in person. We're actually gonna be doing a little singles and soulmates live panel with a live performance from our very own The Classic Codes, better known as B Class. So y'all can see our talent that is within our coalition. He said, they said, love you, kings and queens. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
We appreciate y'all tonight, man. Hey, man, we own this thing lately. Like the video, subscribe if you love your people. I love it. Gary said, you guys lied to me. I just broke all the ice cubes in my fridge. I was sitting here. I'm finna be watching y'all. Appreciate it. All right, Duke said, until black people focus like the laser beam on replacing racism with justice, nothing will ever fix the issue that black children face in our school system until black people control the wholesale. Yeah. We could talk about that one night. We appreciate that, Duke. We appreciate that. But we are out, guys. Again, y'all can catch us February 13th live. If not, you can catch us tomorrow night here on Raw Society and Souls of Thought. We'll be having a new show coming up. And then every Monday and Tuesday, you can catch us on No Middleman. And then you can catch the rest of the coalition throughout the week, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night.
I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to them. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room, everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist, no stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't.